Don't let anybody deceive you, okay? Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Opeyemi, and I would usually say that I'm an international student, but then I graduated, okay? I keep saying this for as long as I have to, but then thank you for stopping by, thank you for clicking on this video, but please do one more thing for me. Kindly click on the subscribe button and also turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I drop a new video, okay? Thank you as you do so. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I do not take your love and your support for granted. Thank you. Without wasting so much of your time, I would like to answer this question that lots of people have asked me. And the question is, can I pay my tuition fee as an international student here in Hungary based off of part-time jobs and whatever I get from, working as a student? And the answer is no. Hear me out, I will explain. There are lots of factors that actually influence this answer that I give, and some of these factors are your school, the location of your school, and your cost. And there are still much more other factors that we'll talk about. But for example, if your school requires you to pay like 2,200, 2,500 euro per semester, that is something, right? But for me, I paid 2,900 euro per semester. Some other schools are cheaper, while some other schools are more expensive. That is one. The course you are also taking in a particular university will determine how much you will pay per semester. So for communication and media that I did, I paid 2,900 euro per semester. For somebody that is studying for their MBA, I assume that will be a lot more. But for somebody that is doing medical courses, that would even be a lot more. Do you understand? So your cost can also influence how much you'll be paying per semester. Or that. Location is another factor. So for me, my university is here in Budapest, which is the capital of Hungary. There are some other universities that are located in some other towns and cities here in Hungary. The tuition fee of those universities might not compare to the one here in Budapest because obviously, big city, small city, all that. So as a student, you have to live, right? That means that there's also accommodation cost. There is feeding cost. I'm saying all of this because I'm building up to something. I'm going somewhere. For accommodation, most people often think that, I'll get a slot in the school dormitory or something of that sort. But let me tell you something. Most times, self-funded students that need to pay tuition fees, they do not get slots in the school dormitory because they prioritize scholarship students. So if you're a self-funded student here and then you need to get an accommodation, I can bet that you will not get anything less than 80 to 100,000 forints per month. That is even if you get a room in a shared apartment, because accommodation is also now very expensive. And that is for accommodation. Now you have to feed. And then feeding, even though you want to say, I'm not going to eat too much, I'm going to be eating small, eating 1 meal per day, you will still spend like nothing less than 30,000 to 50,000 forints per month on groceries, on food, right? I would not add transportation costs because believe me, transportation is very cheap for students, right? But then bear in mind all these costs that I've stated. Do you get? Bear those things in mind. Now let's move on to student jobs. I do not want to scare you. I'm not trying to make you panic, but believe me, student jobs are as hard to get as ever. So, it's not that easy to get a student job, but let's now assume you get one, right? You would get paid, let's say, between 1,500 to 2,200, or let's say 2,500 forints per hour, right? And then ideally, in Hungary, as a student, you are not supposed to work more than 30 hours per week. But then let's even leave that because I know people who work more than 30 hours per week and there has not been a problem until now. I'm not saying do it, I'm just saying, okay? But then let's now assume that you get a job that is paying you 2,000. Let's just be reasonable. Let's put it at 2,000 forints per hour, right? And you're able to work 30 hours per week, right? Let's bring our calculator out here. Let's calculate it because that's the only way we can make sense of this thing that I'm saying. Where's your calculator? Okay, so let's say you are earning 2,000 forints per hour as a student and you're able to work 30 hours per week, right? That's 2,000 times 30 hours. that will give you 60,000 forints. Okay, let's say you're now able to work 4 times, like 4 weeks in a month, so that will be 60,000 times 4, right? And that will give you 240,000 for a month. And then school is always in session for like around at least 3 months. So let's say 240,000 forints times 3, that is 720,000 forints that you're able to get in 3 months while going to school. When you're not going to school, you'll be able to work more. Do you get? But let's say you're able to earn 720,000 forints in 3 months, and then your rent is like around, let's say 90,000, to like be on the safe side, 90,000 per month. So 90,000 times 3, that's 270,000. And in 3 months, you'll be able to get 720,000 that I said earlier. So 720,000 minus 270,000, that will give you 450,000, right? You would eat. Let's say you're able to manage and manage and manage. You use like 40,000 forints to eat per month. That is, you have 450,000 left, right? Minus 40,000 for food. You have 10,000 left. Let's now say that 10,000, you could use it for miscellaneous because you want to be like super prudent. You have 400,000 left. And that is in 3 months, right? You're able to save 400,000 in 3 months. 5 months worth of savings of working hard for 30 hours, right? It's not even enough to pay half of your tuition fee. Because if you convert most tuition fee to foreign, it's like average of 1 million, 1.2 million, 1.5 million, depending on how much you are paying, right? So based on the calculation that we've done, let's say you are working a student job that pays you 2,000 forints per hour. You are not still able to pay one semester tuition fee, right? Let's now assume that you work and you work and you work and you work hard. You work so much and you're able to raise your one semester tuition fee. Bear in mind that you have to pay your tuition fee per semester. For a master's degree, you have 4 semesters. I think for bachelor's, you have 7 semesters, right? So before you're even done looking for the first semester tuition fee, the second semester tuition fee is due already. Before you say you want to look for second semester fee, third semester is due already. So realistically, it's not possible. For me, I'm thankful for the family and friends that I have. I'm thankful for the husband that I have. I had help from home to pay my tuition fee. And when I got here, thankfully for my first roommate, thankfully for our brother who works somewhere, he was able to help us to secure a job that we then started doing at the time. So imagine if I did not have help from home, and imagine if I did not have a friend who has a brother here that helped us to secure a job. God knows how long it would have taken for us to get a job. And how then do I want to like save up for my tuition? So when people ask me this question, what I always tell them is that I would advise that you get help for at least the first 2 semesters. If you find somebody, family, friends, or whoever that helps you to pay those 2, then during those 2 semesters and then the breaks, you can work hard to make money in advance. Because trust me, it's very easy to say that, oh, once I get here, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to work my ass off, I'm going to make money. Bruh, it's not even easy. Who even say you get that job in 7 months? I'm not trying to scare you, but it's the reality. It's not that easy to get a job, right? It's not that easy. You might be here for like the first 3 months and you not get anything. And yours might be different. You might be here in like a week and you get, okay? But then I'm just saying realistically, you might not quickly get a job, right? And even when you get that job, body no be firewood. You work so hard, right? You will work, but one thing has to suffer. So if you are trying to like work so hard to be able to make your tuition fee, your studies will suffer. And once your studies suffer because you are trying to make so much money, your body is telling, your school is telling, in the long run, you get frustrated, you get depressed because like, of what need is it if you are working so hard to be able to make money for a school where you are failing and then you're not even feeling fine in your body? Of what use is it? So I like to tell people, while it is possible for you to work hard, to be able to make a reasonable amount of money, I'd like to tell you that do not rely only or solely on what you will make from part-time jobs as an international student here in Hungary. Try to get help, at least for the first 2 semesters when you are here. Try to get help and that way you are able to, work and make up for the rest. But don't come here thinking that, oh, it's going to be easy, I will work, I will this, I will that. I'm not saying life here is difficult, but I'm just saying that things are getting more expensive, tuition fees are getting more expensive, food is more expensive, inflation is there, jobs are getting saturated, so it's not even that easy to get a job. So don't come here relying just on what you will get from part-time jobs as an international student. Have a backup plan. With that, I've come to the end of this video, and I really hope that I've been able to answer your question and I've been able to, clear your doubts and, help you better prepare for your coming here to Hungary. If you have any more questions, please drop them in the comment section. You could also reach out to me on Instagram, and I would make a video just like this answering your questions. Also, the immigration law here in Hungary is changing, and things are changing every day. So I intend to make some videos addressing some new updates that I've heard or gotten, that would help your preparation to come here a bit more seamless. Please be on the lookout for this video, and that is another reason why you should subscribe to this channel. Also, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because it tells the algorithm that you enjoyed watching, it was useful, and then it would recommend it to other people that would need a video like this. Until I see you in my next video, I like to say that you stay safe and you stay sane. Okay? Bye.